Hey guys, welcome back to my backyard garden. I'm in the greenhouse trying to straighten it up because it just seemed like fall is in the air, and I just believe we're going to have an early winter, so I'm trying to get everything ready. I'm putting more compost in the beds, and I am going to transplant the greens that I have. I have some kale and Swiss chard. I think that's about all. I don't think I'm going to do any collards this winter, but I may try to grow some in the house. But out here in the shed, I'm just going to put the collards and the Swiss chard because they seem to have done the best. And the canning, I mean, this is just my second year canning. My parents used to can when I was growing up, but all we did was help peel things. And we were so afraid of the pressure cooker because my mother said if the pressure build up, it can explode and it can kill you, so you be careful with the pressure cooker. So it's something that I never really tried to do when in my adult life. But now that we're not traveling that much and we've been on lockdown and trying to grow as much food, and when you have a garden, you can't eat all that food, and so I have decided to try and do the canning and see how much I can get out of my garden. That's a challenge to me. I've gotten a lot more this year than I did last year, and I'm very pleased. Except some of my volunteers, I didn't know. I'm not going to keep all those volunteers like I did because they just kind of took over my garden. And the tomatoes, I have learned that it is best to trim back those leaves like I have seen in other videos, because when you let them grow on their own, it gets to be so many leaves. It's hard to get the tomatoes. So that's something else that I'll be doing next year. I feel like every year you learn something and you try it out. But for the most part, I'm pleased with everything that I have. I will plant a lot less cucumbers because I really don't like pickles, and the cucumbers don't seem to last that long. They turn yellow, you know, they were coming in so fast and they turned yellow. And I did pickles last year and I still have some of them from last year. So next year I'll plant less cucumbers and leave some space for something that I enjoy much better. But you know, when you're sitting here, out here, you get to thinking, and I am just thinking about the conditions of the world and all of the bad things in Louisiana. I was thinking of New Orleans garden, but I was happy to see that she put up a video and said her and her family was okay. So that was a great relief. But I have been praying for everybody. I mean, we have a lot to look forward to, the weather and other things that's going on. So I'm just focusing on my garden and trying to put up as much food and live the best life that I can live. So I don't want to sit here and just rattle off. I'm just going to, and oh, one thing I almost forgot to tell you. I got bit by two different wasps on two different occasions. I really don't know what the second was. I picked a pear and something was on the other side and stung me. That could have been a bee. But both of them were very bad. I mean, the one was on my hand, but both of them were on my hand. I went walking one morning, and there's this little area, a tight space that you have to go around a fence to get over to the other street. And I went around, and as soon as I stepped in, a wasp bit my hand. So here it is a week later, I picked in pears, and something bit my hand. And these things, it's like, it take quite a while for this to stop stinging. I scraped it, like they said, to try to get the stinger out, but it seemed like on the third day it just itched. It woke me up from my sleep. It was itching so bad, but now it's better, and I am going to be careful with those little critters because I know everything have a purpose here and we need those little critters, but I will be careful where I put my hands from here on out. Also, I want to show you this Swiss chard here. I left this here. This Swiss chard is from last year, and it's still growing strong. It made it through the winter and still growing. It's amazing. I think I'm going to leave it here just to see how long it lasts. I'm going to cut all these leaves back and see what come up this winter. And you can see these little kale seeds have fallen over here and they're growing. So I'm going to take them. I've already put one up here and I'm going to transplant them up in this bed. So hopefully with all this kale, I may have kale all winter. That would be nice. So I really don't have much to say. Everything is starting to wind down in the garden. And I am looking forward to the next season and seeing how much the preserves that I put up last. And I hope I did it the right way. But like I said, this is my second season doing it. The things that I put up last year were all fine. As a matter of fact, I don't really like green beans that much, but after canning them, they were pretty good. So I have been putting up a lot of different things. So this is what I've been doing most of the week, preserving all of the things I've been getting out of my garden and my pear tree. Until next time, I hope everything is well with you. This is Lady P for my backyard garden. Peace and love. I'm out.
Once upon a time, they said it would be these times. We're devastated by the lives of the earth takes. We can't stop the violence, the hurricanes, or the earthquakes, so stay prayed up.